Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I get to share with you the brand new Eureka crystal beads collection. I happened to put this one together with them. It's called Mountain Vineyard, and they have officially released this right now. So if you would like to pick one up, the link for this collection is right below the video. It'll take you right to their website, and you can also find the link there where you can find their page with all their different collections, both past and ones they currently still have available. These, by the way, are not a subscription, so by picking one up, you're not starting anything like that, and you're welcome to pick up more than one. Maybe you have a special friend that you know who might like to receive something like this. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get into it so I can show you the contents and we can see everything all laid out. All right, so here's the inspiration image that I based this collection off of. And I was really inspired by some of the beautiful vineyards that we have around us, in particular in Virginia. And in particular, there's a few of them that are located near the Blue Ridge Mountains, which are so scenic. And certain times of the year, you can see these lush rows of vines and leaves and grape clusters stair-stepping against the sky. So it's just so peaceful and very inspiring. So that's kind of where this idea came from. And here is a sneak peek of the contents we're going to be going through today. I'm also going to pull out the list that we have inside. It is an insert that tells us everything that is included. And it also has the numbers of these products, so you can type those into Eureka's search bar and find out the specific colors and everything that you're going to receive. Some of those could change over time just slightly depending on what's available, but they do make sure the value remains consistent as well as the overall palette. So as usual, inside each of these collections, we have a variety of different things, including the seed beads, we have checked glass, there's all types of crystal, and we have some additional findings. And all of these are meant to go along with a particular color palette and theme, each of their collections offering something different. And by picking one of these up, you can get a discount on these products as a whole if you buy them together as a part of this package. Otherwise, if you want to pick up anything individually, you're welcome to do that as well. Again, just put that SKU number in the search bar on their site. And in addition to these items, they've got tons of other colors and styles of beads. They also ship internationally, and if you're located in the US, you'll get free shipping on all orders over $39.99, so that would include this collection. No additional shipping cost for that. All right, so I'm dying to get into this package, and we're going to start out with the seed beads. That should lay the groundwork a little bit for what we're going to look at palette-wise. So let's go ahead and dig in. So we'll get started with 2 tubes of Miyuki round seed beads. We have some 15-0s and 11-0s. And in particular, I wanted to include some neutral metallics along with some of the colors you'll see coming up. But these are 2 staple items to have. We find seed beads in so many of our different projects, and with these neutrals, they'll pretty much go with anything. Up next, I'm introducing a couple of different colors of the Delica beads. These are Miyuki, of course, in the size 11-0. And we have a selection here that's like an olive green. It's got a gorgeous iridescent quality to it, or a luster coating on the outside. And then there's also this deep and kind of dusty purple with a bluish undertone. So these cylindrical beads, of course, they can pair really well with some of our other round seed beads. Great for bezeling, brick stitching, peyote, and lots of other applications. And then the last item in the seed bead section is a tube of Miyuki bugle beads. These are in the 3mm size, and this is an 8.5-gram tube, which contains the dark purple iris-like variety. Again, you can see some different metallic tones coming through. We have purples, greens, golds, and more. So these pick up a lot of different colors that you can find in this collection and also brought out from our inspiration photo. Our next section contains our check glass beads, starting with a tube of the mini duos. And these happen to be in a deep, dark, sort of navy blue color. Take some of these out so you can see them up close. There they are. So they're 2-hole bead, just like the Super Duos, except a little bit smaller. These are about a 2x4 millimeter size. And I really wanted to play up some of this deep blue, kind of a play on seeing the Blue Ridge Mountains from a distance. Also, night skies, it's getting darker. And often you see some of these really deep blue tones in certain varieties of grapes as well, and kind of draws from that inspiration photo. Up next is a strand of the lentil beads. There's 50 pieces on this one. And they also bring out some of the different colors that we see, including a lot of the blue, but also hints of purple and green, a little bit of brownish neutral, and they are pretty much matte, which makes that iris effect a little bit more subtle. And with these beads, they are a flat disc shape with the hole that is off center. So it's got one hole, which changes the way these can be laid out, and they kind of sit up a little bit more from the string. Up next are 2 strands of check glass fire polish beads. There's 2 and 3 millimeters with 50 pieces on each strand. That smaller 2 millimeter size is kind of a greenish and antique gold combination. And then the 3 millimeter is in this really deep sort of blueberry color, both of them having that brushed metallic finish. Also included is a selection of Vexolo beads in the 5x8 millimeter size. We have a pack of 50, and these are another really interesting 2-hole shape. So this is one of those that'll be great for bead weaving in particular. We can combine them with our seed beads or anything really that we have in the collection. And what I really like too is that they have the range of colors all together in this one handful. So each of them is a slightly different color, which means you can pick and choose which ones you want to use in a certain way, or if you use them randomly, that would look great too. I love the effect that some of them have on the bottom where you have that oil slick appearance and a whole rainbow of colors that shows up on one bead. And last up for our check glass section is a nice long strand containing 50 pinch beads in the 5x3 millimeter size. These are another one of those indigo, purplish, polychrome coated shapes where they look a little bit suede-like or velvety, but still very slightly metallic. Up next, we'll get into our Krakowski crystal section, and that is the house brand of Eureka crystal beads that includes a newer range of beautiful coated pearls and fancy crystal stones. And we'll begin with a bag of the 6 millimeter pearls, or 65 pieces, and they have the most gorgeous deep blue color. Here is a close-up look at these gorgeous pearls. I've really been enjoying working with the Krakowski brand that they have. I've been really happy with the coating and their selection of colors. And if you're used to working with the check glass pearls, you could pretty much equate these in terms of quality. Next up are the Crystal Chaton Montes in the 8 millimeter size, and there's 6 pieces included. Just love these so much. I love the fact that they have a bunch of different colors that show up in the crystals, so they're great for pulling colors from various elements of designs. They're super shiny and reflective, and they also come automatically in these settings, which is really helpful too. You can use them right away in bead weaving projects or embroidery, and you can see they've got the double holes on either side there at the back for directly sewing into your projects. Next up, we have 72 of the Krakowski crystal bicone beads in the 4 millimeter size. And looking at these up close, you can see that deep purple background and the AB coating, which adds the reflective, colorful shine to some areas of the surface, which adds that extra level of detail and sparkle. So these are another bead that will pull in a little bit of the green, some gold, and some of those metallic neutrals, depending on what you pair these up with. And last up for that section, we have 2 of the 10 by 14 millimeter oval crystal stones. Just look at how sparkly those are, and they have a hint of purple, also a little gold and green that show up depending on how you are holding them or how the light's hitting them, but a pretty light neutral base overall. I love how much depth they have to the stones in terms of what's reflected back. And there's a look at the other side, the piece and that foiled backing. And now we can get into our next section with the elite crystals. Eureka's got so many different styles and color combinations in this section. It's their new line of higher quality crystals, which would compare closer to like a Swarovski quality. And this right here is a square fancy ring stone, just slightly more organic in that shape, which adds a little bit of extra interest. Also very reflective and shows off those beautiful juicy colors that really pick up the palette. And there is a look at the back, very reflective there in silver. And I look forward to showing you what I come up with tutorial wise, but there's so many different things you can do with a piece like this. And our final elite crystal is this focal. It's an 18mm crystal pear fancy stone in the deep olive color, reminiscent of a lush green leaf. Lots of sparkle, beautifully cut and clean, and I think will make a beautiful element to bezel around. And then to finish up, we have our findings section, just a couple items in here to supplement our beautiful beads and crystals. You can see, of course, the Tibetan style toggle clasp in that beautiful grape leaf shape and antique silver color. And then there's also a pair of post earring findings there in a coordinating color and hole located at the bottom there so you can add your beadwork and top it off with the metallic detail. So that wraps it up for the Mountain Vineyard collection. I hope you guys love it. I truly enjoy putting these collections together with Eureka, and it's always an honor every time they ask. So I'm happy to share, and I can't wait to share with you some tutorials to come based on these materials. Once again, if you want to pick up a collection, they just launched along with this video, and the link is right down below in the description section. It'll take you right to it. And there you can also find on their page all of these items individually if you want to pick up any extras or pick up anything separate outside of the collection. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like, you can leave a comment down below. It's always great to hear from you. Let me know what you think of this collection or anything else you'd like to say. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel while you're here so you can be updated when some of those new tutorials come out. And feel free to share the video with your other beading friends. I hope to see you all again real soon. Until next time, wishing you a fabulous rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.